When I was a kid, I really enjoyed watching, like Minecraft gameplay, let's plays, like let's plays, and when people play games, advanced in them, and I want to do the same thing, but in real life, where I kind of make like a let's play, but for my goals and for what I want to achieve, to make this feel like, kind of like a game, because I notice with myself, sometimes I take things a little bit too serious, and I'm very afraid to fail, and that is not a good thing, because you should just aim to take action, and failure comes with that, and with failure you like make mistakes, and it's a natural process. You will fail a lot in whatever you try to accomplish and do. This is why this is the first episode. So I just explained all my like plans and how I will get there, so people can learn from me, from my mistakes and stuff, and all of that. This is also a very great way for me to be held accountable, because I will update every week, like what I've been doing and what I've learned, what I've encountered, and what my next plan for the next week and next video will be. So thanks to my work that I put in before the summer and the start of this year, and also last year, I've noticed some things that actually do work for me, some things that regarding, like, when I say work for me, I mean that I really enjoy and that I can actually make a profit from, because like, even though money is not the end goal, I want to reach people. That's like bigger goal. But if I get more money, I will get more opportunities to do more stuff with them. I can reinvest into my business and stuff like that. So it's very, like, I still truly believe, like, if you can make money from the things that you sell, if you're a good business person, you are a very great artist, because then you're convincing people to buy your stuff. Because I don't believe in like you scamming people, because even if you think like, okay, all the bad food that people are buying, people are still buying them. Like, there's still like a need for them, even if it's like, it's very hard to explain, but even if like a lot of people know that the food is bad, people still seek out, like, no one's stopping them, and I think that's still art, even if it's like in a destructive way, if you know what I mean, if you sell food that gives you cancer, but I will continue to do what works, but like I'll take this to the next level. So I'm studying at the Swedish School of Textiles, and I have a lot of tests coming up regarding, like, for example, weaving and stuff like that, so that I haven't even, like, it's a re-exam, because I haven't been paying attention in these courses, which is really bad. I've been I chose to travel and being like in my hometown. So that's like the first priority right now. I'm studying every day for that, which weaving is very cool. Like, a lot of your clothes is made out of weaving or knitting, which is very, very cool. But regarding my projects, I have, for the school, I have this, like maybe I touched upon that earlier. I make merch with hand. I order really cheap sweatshirts that are, of course, really good. I have like ways of sourcing them myself for really, really cheap. And if you want that method, go to comment on this video, or go to my Instagram and send me a DM, and you can pay like €5 or something, and I will give you the method, because this method is actually, I've been using this for a lot of years, and I promise you, like, once I give you this method, the method like relies on you sourcing blanks, that if you want to do fashion where you sew a lot of clothes, or if you just want to buy like a lot of cheap blanks, if you want to buy really cheap clothing items to use the garments, the fabrics and stuff like that, this is the perfect method for you. So write to me, just because like you can pay me for my information, because why don't give up this for free, because it's something I had to learn the hard way, so I think it's fair, like €5, and you can pay me to get that information. So I will continue using that method for these sweatshirts, but for my school, because it's the last year, and I really want to like leave an impression on the school. I want something to, a part of me, to stay in this school, because this is my last year on this bachelor's degree, and I'm thinking that the thing that will take me to the next step is actually recruiting more people, to seek out more talent in the school. So I've started doing that. I contacted a guy that was in contact with me first. He's in the school, and we talked a little bit. I think he's from the Middle East somewhere. I don't really remember his origin, but he seems like a really cool guy over text. So we will meet when I come back to the school, and I sent him a couple of DMs yesterday, I think it was. So I think I need some more people to work on this with me. For I want, the whole thing with this merch was called SSOT Collective. I wanted like a lot of students to come in and do like stuff for the school, by the students, for the students, if that makes sense. Moving on, we have a very basic item, but something that's very like appreciated, like my best-selling item. It's the sand t-shirts that are inspired by Swedish grit boxes, or sand boxes that you use in winter to not, fall on the ice. Because I've used the same method that I used for the sweatshirts for the school, but for this time I will actually contact real suppliers, and this is like going into the next step, because working with real suppliers has not been so easy for me. I really like to have everything in control, because then I can only like blame myself, and it's also a very bad excuse, because when I have like real suppliers and everything, I have to treat my art more like a business, and that's, I've noticed, a really like scary thing to go into. Like personally, I don't know why, but I think it's like, it feels like then it gets real. It actually gets real. Like if I just make my stuff with my hands, it's like I can only blame myself. But if there's like suppliers and like business and this and this and this taxes involved, it's like I know what it takes, and I'm just being a little bitch, I think, right now. But I want to change that, of course. So that's the first step: working with suppliers, making like a good fit for the t-shirts, like sourcing really good fabrics, color on the fabrics, and size, like what's it called, like patterns, like so the structure of the t-shirt is like perfect for me. And to incorporate more, because these grid boxes, these sand boxes, they are very like if you see them in the wild, they are very aged, very beautifully. I think I really want, like the next step is to make that on a t-shirt and have a proper website and stuff like that, and actually allow people to order and not run out of stock, because you do that all alone. So yeah. And the last thing that I have in mind, that are like the last goal, is still working with suppliers, but for a very, very complex project that I've held, very dear to my heart. It's the sports suit, or the sportivny costume, like the Russian sports suit, for a section of my brand that's called Dvor Academy, that's connected to Dvor. Dvor is something I want to be as the sport label for my brand. And the sports suit, the classic grey sports suit, is I can talk about these two items for ages, but I've like to put it very briefly. I've been very like scared. I've been I've been very like scared to handle critique and like negative feedback. While if you receive that, you can only like grow from that, And I really want to, because the thought of like sending out the orders, even if I like the product a lot, sending out the orders and people, being able to feel the product and like judging it, like I don't know, that scares me so much, because it's like right now it's like a bit more complex patterns, like with the sweatpants being like in a certain type of way that I find perfect, and the same with the sweatshirt. I don't want it to be just a regular sweatshirt. The fit and the structure and the feel needs to be perfect. So now that I'm documenting this, I have to take steps towards that, and so I'm thinking that if I make all this complete, I will have a complete website, like business, manufacturers, and I will be on a very good way. While at the same time studying this in Swedish School of Textiles, I think I'm on a very good way. So the actions that I've taken this week is I've been studying a lot every day, and also I've been sourcing a lot of patterns, which I can also give the information out. I can do that for €5 as well, but if you buy like the previous information from sourcing, I can give you this one for free. How I find very cool patterns, how I source patterns from people that how I source like the patterns that I want, and you can like adjust them to your needs. And it's nothing crazy. It's not like these crazy experimental pieces that I'm talking about right now, but I'm talking patterns that give a very, very good base. How to find them, how to find like not just pants straight, like find like more cool things maybe that you are into, like a bit wider stuff, maybe wider t-shirts, like drop shoulders with baggier silhouettes, like stuff like that. So I found that. So now I just have to test it out. I will test it out with the suppliers too. I will have to order samples. I will have to create a tech pack. I will have to, I also thought about trying to sew myself, but that could work, because I also want to learn to sew. But I think a lot of that is scope in my mind to, not get like the factories and business involved in this aspect. But I will try to go both routes. I think it's good to incorporate both sides, both the creative, because a really big part of me wants to make like the tracksuits and the sanded t-shirts like by myself. Like I sew everything myself. I bleach maybe, or I distress the sand t-shirts, or like the sports suit for the academy. I can make that like, okay, it's gonna take time to sew everything, but I think that makes it so much more personal. I can keep track of every item. I can make it. This is the first piece. This is the second, and then you have like your numbers on your pieces. And when you buy piece 17, you know this. Like, okay, this is piece 17. Like he's touched this. Like I can verify that this is real. This is gonna live with me. I think that gives you a lot of power. So yeah, I've done that. I've thought a lot about like my stuff, but the vacation is coming to an end. I'm driving from Slovenia to Sweden, Stockholm tomorrow, It's gonna be a long drive, but a lot of things to think about in my head. But thoughts and ideas do not really matter if you don't take action upon them, and that's the harsh reality. You need to take action, and this is what I will try to do with this series. Like, even if I don't want to, I will have to prove myself, kind of. Even if no one watches this, it doesn't matter at all. I need to. This is like, because I don't want to let myself down for this. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and it's gonna be a very fun journey. Instead of being scared, I will transform it into being excited, because even if you reach your goals, like, it's not even only that. You learn so much on the way, and so many fun experiences occur. You can maybe like get to know a lot of cool people. You can learn new techniques. Like, there's so many more things. Like, imagine a video game and you go on the main quest, you will find so much more. Like, instead of focusing on finishing the final level, like level maybe number 3, something really funny happens. There's like, you unlock a new item, you unlock like this new thing, a new character. Like, there's so much stuff to do, and I just have to see it from that view, that I'm excited and put in the work, because it's not going to be easy, but yeah, I'm here for it. So we'll see each other next week, where I update you. And then by then I should have already ordered the sample and taken a few good steps, towards making my goals reality. So yeah, take care.